Hi everyone! You'll have to excuse the state of me. I know I haven't filmed a video in months, so I'm doing a bit crap with showing what it's like living with a chronic illness, but living with a chronic illness is hard and things happen, so I haven't actually had a chance to film, so here I am. No makeup, my hair's a bit of a mess, but I've got the house to myself and thought I'd film a video for you. I don't even remember when the last time I filmed a video was, which was really bad. But I know a lot has happened since then, so I'll fill you in. I started Gilenya in January, or Fingolimod as some people know it, and that didn't work out. I had illness after illness after illness because my white blood cell count was so low, and then I'd have a blood test one month, it'd be really low, and my lymphocytes would be really high, and then I'd have a blood test next time and it'd be the other way around. And I spoke to my MS nurse and she said it's been, when was it, April, May, end of May, so it's been 5 months now and it feels like we're just playing a game of let's level one out and then the other. And she said it's dangerous with the fact that my blood cell count was so low. I should have been feeling really poorly, but I wasn't, and I openly said to my MS nurse, I feel the best that I felt in ages, and she said that was worrying. So it meant because I wasn't feeling poorly that there was something going on underneath that they weren't quite sure of and they weren't willing to risk it. So I came off Gilenya in May and started a new treatment. I started Tecfidera or dimethyl fumarate, depending on where you're from. So I started that on the 22nd of June. I was really worried. I'd read all the side effects and the flushing, the sickness and diarrhoea. There was all sorts that I wasn't looking forward to. So with Tecfidera you start on a half dose for a week and then go up to the full dose. Half dose was pretty good. I had an incident of flushing on the first day, and by flushing I mean like I felt warm, and then I was talking to somebody and I was like, oh, I feel really warm, but at least I'm not bright red, and that was it. My chest, both my arms, both my legs were absolutely bright red for about 3 hours, but that was it. That was the only side effects for the first week. Second week I got stomach cramps and like a constant sick feeling. Like, not like I was going to be sick, but I just spent the whole time feeling nauseous. And just started week 7 today, and that's all starting to fade. Been for my 1 month checkup with my MS nurse, and she was really impressed with how well it's going and how well things are doing, so that's positive. I haven't relapsed since December, so that's nearly about 7.5 months now. I am a little bit worried at the minute that I'm going to relapse because this thumb, my left thumb, is numb and tingly, although it has got a little better in the past hour. It started on Saturday just as a faint, how can I explain this? People with MS will understand what I mean, but it's almost like you've got pins and needles, and the pins and needles are just starting to go, so you can feel it, but it just doesn't feel right, and it started like that on Saturday, and it's just sort of got worse and worse. It hasn't spread, but the numbness has got worse, but in the past hour it's gone back to how it started, so I'm hoping that it's just gonna go away, but part of me is worried that I'm gonna relapse, so we'll see how that goes. There's not really anything else to fill you in on, to be honest. What about, hang on, let's think, because MS isn't all there is to my life. I suppose there's other parts of my life. So a couple of weeks ago, on the 26th of July, I became godmother to my beautiful baby cousin Riley, and he is just adorable. If you've got me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, then you will have seen pictures of him. I absolutely adore him. He is just amazing. And I had my first solo babysitting duties on Friday. I was only expecting to have him for an hour. I actually had him for about 5 hours. So we got lunch out of the way. I changed my first ever nappy. Luckily it was just a wet one, it wasn't anything too horrible, so that was good. But he wriggles. He's nearly 7 months now, so changing a nappy on a 7-month-old when he just wriggles all over the place is not easy. What else? Still working, still got a job, just had a bit of trouble with work, but I guess it's my own fault. Things have, I don't know, just not taking messages properly and wrong messages and stuff and inputting slightly wrong. So really it's just human error, but apparently there's been a lot of it. Some of it I didn't agree with, but there you go. But yeah, really there's not really much else to say. So, and this video is nearly 7 minutes long, so I'm gonna go. But I feel better now I filled you in, and I promise, I will try and film videos more regularly in the coming weeks, because to be honest we're in August and there's only 4 months left of 2015, and I think I've only done about 10 videos, which is absolutely rubbish. So yeah, I will try and film more, but for now I will say bye. Thank you.